Hey guys, so today in class for our warm-up, we are matching the thinkers to their ideas. So these are famous Enlightenment thinkers. John Locke. So we'll look, well, first maybe let's read their ideas. Wrote A Vindication of the Rights of Women, arguing for equality and education rights for women. Argued that laws exist to preserve society and order and that punishment does not have to be brutal. Too much power in the hands of one person or group will lead to tyranny. Freedom of thought and expression is the only way to fight oppression. Governments are created to protect from their own selfishness. People are selfish by nature and can't be trusted to make decisions that were good at society. And argues for the purpose of government is to protect people's right to natural rights. These rights include life, liberty, and property. So I know this is John Locke because he helped write the Declaration of Independence. So John Locke is F. And I said A is talking about the rights of women arguing for equality and education rights. It is the only woman on this list, which is Mary Wollstonecraft, however you say her name. So for the other one, the other four guys that are a little bit less familiar, I'm going to go to my fact sheet for the day and use that to help me. So I'm looking for Voltaire because I know he's the first one on my list. So, Hobbes is on my list. He questioned social order. He said governments are created to protect people from their own selfishness. People are selfish by nature and can't be trusted. So let's see if anybody talks about being selfish on our warm-up. People are selfish by nature. So E is Hobbes. Now let's go to Montesquieu. Is he on there? Yep, Montesquieu. He said too much power in the hands of one person will lead to tyranny. That sounds familiar. C is Montesquieu. Voltaire supported religious tolerance, supported free speech. Anybody talk about religious tolerance? Freedom of thought and expression is the only way to fight oppression. Argue that laws exist to preserve society. Punishment does not have to be too brutal. That one's a little tricky. Let's go to the next guy. Punishment doesn't have to be too brutal. So this is Beccaria is B, and Voltaire is D. All right. And so this is kind of what you're doing in class today. First, you're going to read through all of the facts about each of the Enlightenment thinkers. And then you're going to match the quotes on this chart to who they belong to. So I'm going to pull up my quotes. It might be helpful if you split screen. So the first quote, this is going to be easy. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So that is John Locke. He is paired with 1. And so on your sheet, you would put the Enlightenment thinker, their quote, and explain how the excerpt matches their ideas. He believed in natural rights, and the quote talks about protecting those. All right, number 2 for our quotes. I've lost it on my screen. all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state district wherein the crime shall be committed. So number 2 is talking about the speedy trial, right, to a speedy trial. Let's see if anybody here of our thinkers talks about a speedy trial. I'm going to go to the punishment guy because that kind of goes in with what he believed. Oh, yep. Beccaria. 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 Or is it 2 R's? Probably 2 R's because he's French. Oh, nope, there's 1. All right. And so you just do that for each one. I'm going to say for this this column, you guys can just kind of summarize what the quote says. I'm going to change the rules a little bit. So I'm going to say summarize the quote. All right. The reading.